All right, let's do a little more social media.
Oh, I
okay?
love this.
Let's do this.
I love this
All
segment.
right. We'll turn around so you can see it.
I can see it.
Look at who wrote into us. Look at the name on that
Eddie
one.
Crowder.
Eddie Crowder.
The late Eddie Crowder was one of my favorite people.
Former CU football coach.
At Eddie Crowder 817. So you can go, if you would like to follow Eddie Crowder 817, you go to his Twitter. And we hope that when you tweet us, we're going to give you a little publicity here. He's from Denton, Texas, so that your number of followers will go from 6 to maybe 26.
If you're lucky.
I have a friend, you know who he is, and he said, "Would you tweet to follow me?" And I said, "Yeah." "How many do you have right now?" "A couple of dozen." And so I said, "How'd it go up?" "Well, it went up 3 dozen." So.
All right. So Eddie writes in at the sports show that Jerry Jones can turn anything into a hashtag clown show, even a playoff win. He's Jerry Jones. He wants a spotlight. Look. There's a reason Jimmy Johnson, a great coach who won 2 Super Bowls, there's a reason Jimmy Johnson isn't there anymore. Because even though Jimmy Johnson orchestrated that huge Herschel Walker trade, even though Jimmy Johnson was a great coach and knew how to handle all those egos, the Emmitt Smiths and the Michael Irvins and the Troy Aikmans and everybody else on those teams, Jimmy Johnson should have gotten most of the credit, but Jerry Jones wanted a good portion of it. And that's why Jimmy Johnson's no longer there. Jerry Jones wants the spotlight. That's why the guy names himself general manager. That's why he invites Chris Christie and Cameron Diaz and Alex Rodriguez up to his suite for the games. He knows the camera will pan over to his suite and show, among other people, Jerry Jones. So, yeah, he does turn everything into a clown show. He needs the spotlight.
Yeah, he got upset at me because I wrote a few years ago after an exhibition game. The Broncos went down for an exhibition game, and I wrote, "Oh, there's a new Jerry Jones." But the problem is that after his latest facelift, his ears touch in the back, which I'd written about Frank Gifford once before. Jerry Jones got upset with me. So he's concerned about it. I mean, his publicity and his newspaper cutouts, he pays attention to all that.
He has his own radio show. He calls for news conferences after the games. He talks to the media.
Goes in the
Imagine if Pat Bowlen did that.
He goes into the locker room at halftime and comes out and announces to the head coach that Tony Romo can play in the second half.
That's right.
Jerry Jones was a very mediocre college player. And I think...
At Oklahoma State, was it?
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
And I think that because he wasn't in the spotlight as a player, he was an offensive lineman, that he wasn't very good, that when he read, who was the owner of the Nuggets who owned the San Antonio Spurs of Minnesota?
Red McCombs.
Red McCombs, thank you. Red McCombs once told me, he was a car dealer. That was his...
Down in Texas.
And he said, you know, you make millions and millions of dollars and nobody knows it and nobody cares about you and you're not anybody. So there are ways that people do that, car dealers. They get on TV. And I'm not putting anybody down that does that, but they're well known and they made a lot of money. Red McCombs said that when you buy a team, when you buy the Minnesota Vikings, everybody knows who you are.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the Jerry Jones syndrome, is that he made his fortune, so now I'm going to go out. That's what owners do.
Yeah.
I made my fortune and I'm not having fun.
He's a great owner, or excuse me, he's a great businessman. He's a mediocre owner / general manager.
Yeah, I thought the other day when you were talking about worst owners in sports that I'd put Jerry Jones in that category. And you go, well, look where they are. Yeah, look where they've been.
It happens
They
once
haven't
in a
been
while.
anywhere.
You get lucky once in a while. The Rockies got lucky in 2007.
But they haven't, when he got rid of Jimmy Johnson, that was like,
bad move.
He didn't want, because Jimmy Johnson was a out front kind of guy.
Right.
You know, with the hair and
big personality,
stuff like that. So yeah, that's Jerry Jones.
Yeah, he didn't like the fact that Jimmy Johnson was getting the majority of the credit for those Super Bowl victories.
Okay, that's our answer.
We got another one.